10 degrees. Watcha, welcome back. Another chilly morning. Right, okay, today into this. Now, thank you for all of your cool comments. Last month we had a fantastic month. We got lots and lots done, got the wheels painted, swing arm painted, lots and lots of progress on the fighter build. And the rear tyre is now in stock, so I can get into the wheels and I can put the swing arm back in and yada yada. But the point is, I can't put any of it back in the bike till it's prepared. So the frame itself, that's this bit. Around here, the back of the frame at least has to be prepared because I can't get to it once the swing arm is in there. So I have to paint that in preparation for the swing arms installed. And of course, I may as well, while I'm doing it, paint the rest of the frame. Now, before anybody asks, I'm not going to take the engine out to paint the frame. Yes, you should do that. Yes, you should. If you feel that you really want to do it properly, but you can also perfectly feasibly do it without taking the engine out. I'm going to mask around the engine, which I've done many times, works very well. The frame itself doesn't need painting for remedy reasons. It's not rusty or anything. The frame's just an aluminium beam frame. It's just a different colour than I want it to be. I'm going to use the satin black, tough black paint that I've used on the wheels and the swing arms, so it all matches in, giving centre stage to the bodywork, custom work at the end, so everything else will be satin black with stainless steel fasteners. It will look quite slick. So painting the frame is going to be the next task in hand, and it starts with masking and prepping. So today is quite a long job. I've got a thread to repair. I bought myself a thread repair kit because one of the 4 bolts that pinch the front axle, one of those is stripped. It came that way when I bought the bike. That's got to be repaired, can't leave it like that. So one thread to repair, then sand and repair. I've got a little lug to cut off on the forks. Talking about it too much, might as well just show you. Let's get stuck in. Right, no damage to this side, but a tiny scuff the other side. I'm sure you've seen these little carbon fibre shields that kind of cover up damage really. No criticism, this is a used bike, previous owners just probably dropped it. This sort of thing happens, it's an old bike, and apart from silicone, it seems, is what is used to stick it on. It is an absolute nightmare to get off. Actually, I devised the only way to get it off, the only proper way to get this off, is with a paint fleece. So I'm going to just buzz that off quickly. It will take the paint off with it as well, but that's not an issue. I will just prime that and then sand it back so it's nice and smooth afterwards. Let's get stuck in. Right, there we are. Probably asking already, why didn't I just put new bearings in that? No need to, because something like 6 months, I think, before I got the bike, which was 2 years ago, they were replaced. I've got the receipt in the history, and they were absolutely brand new, something like 2.5 years ago, but it hasn't done any mileage since then at all. So there's no wear on them whatsoever, but they were a little dried out and there wasn't a lot of grease in them. So I just popped the seals off, as you saw, slid the tubes out, cleaned out what's in there, put a load of fresh bearing grease in and pop the seals back on, rebuild and put them together. That's it. So although they were already new, I've made them lovely and silky and smooth, and they're absolutely superb. I'm putting a Nitron shock on this, which is a lovely shock absorber, really reactive, really smooth and supple compared to the factory one, which is pretty worn out anyway. And that, being seized up, will prevent that shock from doing any good or being any benefit. So it's important that that was done as well. So no, didn't need to replace them, they've been replaced. I just cleaned them up, re-greased them, packed them out again and cleaned up the casting. Job done, let's get on with it. Right, okay, now the next thing on the list is this broken thread. At some point in the life of the bike, that thread has become stripped or damaged, because when I got the bike, this second inner pinch bolt on the fork leg, the bolt was just all the way in there, spinning around, and when I pulled it out, there was just a little bit of plumber's tape in there, I think, to stop them losing the bolt. So got to fix that, can't leave with that, and then I can paint the bottom of these once it's done. So next thing is thread repair kit. I've done a video on thread or fitting a helicoil and doing a thread repair, so I'm not going to make it a how-to, I'm just going to do it and you can join me and watch as we go along. Quite a nice one. Got this one from Wiha. I'll stick a link underneath in the usual way, so if you want to do it yourself you can, because these are quite a trick. Right, so that job knocked off, tick. 3.5 hours so far, 10:30, 10 o'clock to 1:30. Not bad. Now that's all the messing about done. I just want to clear up now and it's time to start masking stuff up so we can shoot paint tomorrow. Let's get cracking. One more little job, almost forgot. I don't need these two bits here. I'm using the top ones to hold the mudguard I made, but these bits are completely surplus, so they're coming off. Just picking up on some of the suggestions you guys come out with. This particular one, brake cleaner as a degreaser, excellent. This is absolutely rancid in there, years and years of chain wax, chain lube, impregnated with grit and road salts. It just turns into a rancid grinding paste, does all sorts of damage, great. Get the worst out with a screwdriver, wire brush off the thick, hard stuff that's it's almost like wood. And then just clean up with this. Yeah, brake cleaner, awesome. Leaves it bone dry. Love it. Thanks for that. 2 years of greasy paw prints from fabricating, whatnot. Get it nice and clean, ready for paint. Right, that's got all the paint finished that's left, that's going to stay on it, scuffed up, ready to go. Now the next thing, deal with this road rash. I know loads of bikes get this sort of thing if they fall over. The design's a bit flawed really, in the sense that this delicate, fragile frame is outermost. And it had crash bungs on it as well, so bike's had a bit of a life in it, but there we go. It doesn't matter, it's not important. Little tiny bit of filler, cover that in, just a little skin, you won't even know it was there. But check it first, it doesn't go through, it's not soft, it doesn't flex, it is literally just a graze on the outside of the alloy on the beam frame. Really common thing. Let's get that done next. Right, there we are. Now that's all masked up. Anything I don't want paint on is covered. It is not the right way to do it. I know I should take the engine out, but I think I said all that earlier on. I'm not taking an engine out of the bike on my own in a garage by myself. It will take a lot longer to do, and for not any real reason. I'm only going to paint the outside of the frame anyway. That's all that needs it. The inside of the frame is absolutely immaculate. I'm going from grey to black, so hardly any colour change. You're not going to see any difference, and you won't see them anyway. So this is the easiest way to do it, and this is the way I'm choosing to do it, whatever you might think. So there we are. Wish me luck. Right, there we go. Progress ever progress. I can't do any more right now. I'm going to have to let that dry overnight because I want to sand this back before I put the black on. And that's always the way. Paint drying times, that's the issue. Tomorrow is going to be a long day because I want to put 4 wet coats of the black on this, and that's 15, then 20, then 30, then 35 minutes between each one. So it's a good 4 hours to get 4 thick coats on that and get that finish that I got on the swing arm and on the wheels. And then I can start rebuilding everything into this. Probably after about a week after that. Just carefully and gently, just gently put it back together. All the threads are all protected, so there shouldn't be any issues with this whatsoever. I've now just got to wait. So there we are. That's been a long day. Thanks for watching. Take it easy and ride safe. See you next time.